The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
I don't know. What do you think we should do? Should we put it out there? Does somebody have a new fucking call thing for me? If they want me to try,
just jump right into it.
I can't. That's my vocal warm up.
I got one. I got an idea.
All right. All right. All right.
I think I know what to do.
What?
Frank will go. Let me start over. It'll be like this. It'll go.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Hola.
See, I thought you were gonna do. He'll control that and go. The following program, scenes of a Frank, and then just cut it off.
that could also work.
I like. Amigos.
Hola, amigos. Maybe I'll try and do it in a different language.
Oh, that would be cool.
Do you know other languages?
No. But I can learn how to say all right. I can memorize those.
It's true.
Bro, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do the whole show like this.
Just move. You can make it work.
Nope.
Just pull it back that way.
Looks like Todd is having a bad mic day.
Sit like this.
There you go.
Whatever. Welcome to the program, Rare Form Radio. Let's see. How do you say all right in other languages?
Frank,
How do you say all right in Spanish?
Está bien. So it would be está
Start it over.
bien.
All right,
Start
okay,
over.
Here we go.
Start over. Here we go.
Back to places.
Here we go.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Está bien.
Nice.
All right.
We just
we're on
opened
to
this
something.
show to a whole new demographic
Yeah,
with that.
a different language each week. I will learn an all right from another language for each week. That will be my homework assignment. How does that sound?
I got a new one too.
Go
Hold on. Let me start over again.
This is going to be like
Go
the
ahead.
whole show.
You got to guess the country.
Okay.
Okay.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
See Kyle.
Oh man.
God.
That's hello in German, everybody.
A certain kind of German.
Yeah.
What's up? Sieg Heil.
Oh, dear.
All right, start it again.
All right, cool. All right. You guys ready for an hour and a half of this? All right, here we go.
The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
Da Korean.
Very good.
That was really good.
My wife will understand that one.
And that one is truly hits close to home.
That it truly does.
Yep.
All right, shut this fucking. I never want to hear that music again.
Chow mein. Okay.
All right. How are you, Dan?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm good today.
Good.
I'm feeling good. I'm I'm my 4 weeks clean of Adderall. So
Wow.
it's finally
Good
out of my
job.
system. I
Man.
finally learned how to sleep again.
Are you using other supplements to get off of it? Like, are you eating gummies and all that kind of shit?
Oh, so, yeah, of course.
That's what every junkie's the same way, Frank.
They just
I'm not
switch to
doing
the
that
next
anymore.
thing,
I'm
right.
clean. I'm clean.
We're the same now.
You can relate.
We've been through the same shit.
You can relate. Frank, how you doing?
I'm doing better than Joey Kramer, but yeah, doing good.
What's
What happened to Joey Kramer?
They're not letting him play with Aerosmith.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I was like, I know the name. I've been seeing the stories, like,
Yeah,
they
it's
kicked
kinda
him out because
sad,
he can't
man.
fucking play or something? Or
Well,
he's
yeah.
sick?
I mean, okay, if you want to be in a huge band and you can't play, I mean, not
Yeah.
everyone can be Matt Storm and be in a band when you can't play very well.
Oh boy.
So, yeah, I guess now he's suing because they're making him audition to play.
Yeah.
If he wants.
The
That
judge
is
threw
so-
out the lawsuit.
That's
He said he
humiliating.
sided with the band. He's
Yeah.
like, yeah, you can't play.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the
Kinda
band
sad.
decides that
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
they don't want you in.
Yeah.
It's a democracy.
Yeah.
Fucking get over it, Joey. Your name's Joey. Grow up anyway. What kind of adult goes by Joey?
Whoa. That's who I thought you were talking about, that guy. What's that guy's name?
Matt LeBlanc.
No. That's not.
No.
Yeah, it is.
No, it isn't.
Oh, Joey
No,
Lawrence.
Joey
yeah,
Lawrence.
there you go. Yeah.
I was like, the guy's name is Joey, not Joey from
No,
Friends.
he goes by Matt.
Oh man. But
How are
yeah.
you, Todd Newman?
I'm okay, actually.
You look better.
Yeah,
feeling
I feel
better?
my side is feeling better. I
Good.
still got a little pangs. My back is I'm just in a better mood, I think,
Good.
because I slept a little today, which is a rarity.
Are you back on drugs?
No, I wish. I'm thinking about it.
Cool.
No, I got to sleep a little today, which is I usually never do. So I think that's why I'm up
Nice.
a little more.
Why?
right now.
Why today? You mean last night, or like you took a nap today?
No, I fell asleep for like 2 hours, and I woke up. I was like, "Oh shit, I gotta go to radio." Like threw on a t-shirt, and I
Right.
could have slept all night.
Right.
But yeah, it was just kids were done with their homework. They didn't need me for anything. I went upstairs, laid down, and the next thing I know, I was like, I would do that thing where I'm not a snorer. I don't snore usually unless I'm exhausted for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
My wife doesn't really snore, but she does when she's drunk.
Way to
Gotcha.
out her, dude.
Yeah. I should fuck her. So, but I don't snore unless, my wife will say, you must have been exhausted because you were snoring last night. I was like, all right. But I did this a couple times. Like I was just laying back, which I usually don't do that when I sleep, lay on my back. I turn to a side, But I must have really been tired because I was just laying back watching TV and found myself sleeping. And I did a couple of these, like, where you wake yourself up for a second. Yeah.
Like, oh, I
was
must
like,
have been sleeping.
Oh my God, I almost died like 3 times in my sleep.
I'm happy you're here. I'm going through a gnarly snoring phase, apparently.
Oh, really?
Like where the wife has to leave the room.
That's what happens
Oh,
when you
wow.
kick drugs.
Oh, shit.
It's the Adderall. Just blame it on the Adderall.
One
kick.
Adderall did this to me?
Yeah. Changed you completely on a cellular
Yeah.
level.
So I guess what you're saying is go back to Adderall so she can sleep well?
It'll stop the snoring.
Yeah.
All right.
Better
It'll
keep
stop
the
the
peace.
sleeping.
Yeah.
So you
That's
don't
the
have to
key.
worry about snoring.
Good news, I'm not snoring. Bad
Yeah.
news, I'm not sleeping.
So the wife and I went to Vegas.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Every year.
Every year we have our little getaway from the kids. And we went to Vegas. And of course, because we were talking about it, I was like very open to plane disetiquettes going on, And I get on the plane, or I get in the plane rather. On the plane would actually be on top of the
Right.
plane.
I'm ready to go, motherfuckers! Hold on!
So I get in the plane, and we had like the first section, general boarding.
Yeah.
So you want to just take the front? Like usually there's some senior citizens sometimes there, or you leave the front seats. But
This sounds like a Southwest flight.
yeah, it's a Southwest flight, and we were on the. There's 3 open on both sides, so I'm like, well, just take these. Like we don't have big bags. You got the gist with those seats is you have to put everything up top.
Right. Nothing
You can't
front.
put anything on the floor.
Right.
So we're sitting there, and this other guy, whoever he is, sits in the seat across from us. And he's just he's just annoying me by his presence. He's wearing, first of all, one of those, do you know what the company Montclair is? It's like they make down jackets and a bunch of other shit
okay.
too, but they're like those black, shiny
I'm
jackets.
I'm not a gay.
Well, they're like those black, really shiny jackets.
Okay.
And I have nothing against women wearing those kind of jackets, but it just rubs me the wrong way for some reason when I see a guy wearing one of them.
I mean,
Plus-
shame on you for assuming he's a guy. You might have
Plus,
misgendered him.
plus, we're in LA and we're flying to Vegas. There's no need for that jacket.
Fair,
It
fair.
was a poor wardrobe choice.
No one's
on
going to
his
be
part.
cracking a window up there.
And he's wearing like a fucking white loose shirt, and he's got stubble on his chest because he obviously shaves his chest, but he's not in the type of shape that warrants you to be bare-chested. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's wearing white pants, and he's wearing white Gucci sneakers with no socks.
Wow. I already
The
don't
no
like him.
socks thing, like, I can't. I call me old or whatever it is. I cannot understand the no socks
Neither
thing.
can I.
Mm-mm.
I don't even wear fucking flip flops, like unless I'm
No.
in Hawaii on the beach.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And
I
even just so you don't burn your feet.
go to the store, I'll fucking put on shoes and socks. You know, like my sneakers.
Me too.
Anyway, so shoes with no socks or sneakers with shoes is even worse. Sneakers with no socks, just like you're a fucking jerk. So I'm already annoyed just by this guy's existence. So he pulls out one.
I was waiting for it. Yeah.
This motherfucker.
So this motherfucker is annoying me just based on his presence.
Uh-huh.
And my wife can tell already, and it's annoying her that I'm annoyed and nothing has happened, you know? So he sits down and he takes out 2 cell phones. He's holding them back to back and
boy.
like holding them almost like a
Like
deck of
cards?
cards. Yeah. And checking them both. I'm just like, you fucking jerk off. So we're sitting there and my wife is annoyed that I'm so annoyed for no reason. Like, what do you care? Like, that's her thing. It's like, she'll get my back on real shit. But for stuff like that, she's like, that's how you're going to get a fucking heart attack. Like, what do you care?
Like, do you say to her, like, are you like, look at this guy?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, she could just tell by the look in my eyes. I'll look at her and she's like, she'll roll her eyes because, like, why can't you focus on good things? Look at me, look into my eyes or whatever. I'm like,
You're like, open them and I would.
yeah, exactly. So,
What, Frank?
so, so
Just sorry.
there's a reason why I mentioned the jacket he's wearing, other than the fact that it's inappropriate weather-wise, and it annoys me because it's so shiny and black. It just annoys me. Halfway through the flight, he notices, and I noticed it like right when he sat down. He noticed that there's a feather, a down feather sticking through
That's
the
what happens
sleeve.
with down, sure.
Right. So he looks at it and he starts flicking it back and forth for a minute, which is just grossing me out. It's like sexually rubbing it like a clip back and forth.
He's stimulating
Yeah,
the
he's
feather.
stimulating the feather, and which is just annoying me. And then he pulls it out
Okay.
and just releases it like onto the floor, you know.
Wow.
Then another one came through with it. So he starts pulling like 15 feathers out, and they're just flying around the first few seats. And my wife grabs my arm because I start grabbing the fucking the armrest, and I'm like, and she's like, just fucking, what do you care? What do you care? I'm like, I do care. It's like
rude.
flying around and like.
He's littering for someone else to pick up,
Right.
Yeah,
too.
somebody else has got to pick that shit up, and like it's just fucking like what is going through this guy's fucking mind
I'm with you.
that he's sitting right in the front fucking seat, and he has like a feather machine coming out of his fucking jacket.
He's molting in the front row.
Then we go, yeah. It was like he was molting. So then,
Frank, that is easily the funniest thing you've ever said. That was
100%,
well done.
100%. So she's like, oh, fucking leave it alone. We're gonna have a good time. I'm like, all right. Fuck. And she's annoyed and resentful at me because I'm starting the trip off with this attitude.
Of course.
So I finally let it go. We get to the hotel. Who's right in front of us online at the exact hotel we're staying, like, to check in? I'm like,
The chicken.
Motherfucker. So anyway, so I saw him sporadically throughout the...
Oh, dear.
We had a great time. Did our thing. Went to fucking eat good food, lounged around, no kids, gambled, everything was fine. Didn't lose a bunch of money, didn't win a bunch of money. Get back on the plane on the way home. Now we still have the first section, so we walk on, and both sides of the 3 seats are open. So I'm like, let's just do it again. We sit there. Now there's a new guy, and I saw this guy out in the terminal. He's like a fucking butt ugly, skinny, scrawny, rich guy. Like, you could just tell by the way he's dressed, the way his manner is. He's a spoiled fucking trust fund fuck.
My favorite word, smarmy.
Yeah, he's a swarmy looking motherfucker, right?
Yep.
And he's got, like, easily one of the most gorgeous women I've ever seen with him. And not like gorgeous, made up Vegas, bleach blonde hair, like naturally beautiful American girl next door.
Phoebe Cates style.
Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Like, and she's like not wearing anything overbearing, and she's got like a little hippie vibe to her almost, and gorgeous blue eyes, and the hair just looked like it smelled great. You know what I mean?
It probably did.
Yeah. And he's just like giving her shit the whole time. He's fucking on his phone. He's like, well, what are you being so stupid for? Like, he's just abusing her. I'm like, this
God.
fucking guy, man, I'd love to crack the shit out of this fucker. We get in the plane, sit down, fucking sits right next in the molting seat. Same setup, a new guy, new jerk off, right?
It's the dick seat.
Yeah. New jerk off in this seat now. And he's like, I'm sitting in the aisle. Like, he's just, like a baby, like a fucking baby. Just like, well, I wanted to sit in there. I'm sitting in the aisle seat. Just being a dick. So I hear her say to him, we're going to have to put the bags up. He's like, no, we're not. Okay. And even I know. I'm like,
yeah, you are.
yeah, you are. So the fucking bin space fills up pretty quick. So,
And he has his shit on the floor?
He has his shit on the floor like he's going to just hide it with his legs.
Uh-huh.
Now, same kind of fucking getup. The guy's wearing like whitish pants, sneakers, no socks.
Fucking asshole.
Motherfucker.
Yeah.
I can't win. Like, I'm never flying Southwest again. That's what it's coming to.
It's the no sock airline.
Yeah,
Apparently.
so same thing. Whips out 2 cell phones.
What the fuck's going on
solving
here?
the world's problems on 2 cell phones, and he's talking on one and doing emails on the other. Buy, sell, buy. Like, just fucking. And my wife is annoyed with me. Like, what do you care? What do you care? Like, he's being a dick to the girl. Like, so that's on her, not us. She's putting up with it. And at first I feel bad for her, and then it turns to, yeah, well, what the fuck are you with this guy for? Because he's fucking loaded? Like, you can have any guy on this plane right now would be like,
Including you.
I'll be the nicest, including myself. Yeah. I'll be with you and be nice to you.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
any guy, just based on her looks alone. And he's just being a dick. With his swarmy fucking face. So, everybody, like, we start rolling back, and the stewardess is like, you got to put those up top. Oh, really? Like, he's trying to play it off?
He's so embarrassed now, too.
Now they got to mush him in like 6 bins back.
Yeah, welcome to row 32, you
Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, you fucking jerk off. So anyway, so this guy gets on the plane, and jerk off has his fucking face buried in 2 phones. The guy got something wrong with him. He's crippled in some way. He's using a cane. He's walking with a limp. His hip looks fucking busted or whatever it is. Older guy, heavyset guy. He sits down with his wife. There's like 2 seats right there. It wasn't very full flight. He sits behind and he grabs the guy's seat like to ease himself in the seat. And without looking up, the guy says, "Sir, is there a reason why your hand is on my seat?" And again, I'm about to unseat take my seatbelt off.
Seriously.
Let's have a chat.
My wife says, "Just leave it alone." I'm like, yeah, like, this is a tough one. I might have you be mad at me.
This is a moral issue. This is not
I might have to start a fucking scene.
Yeah.
So the guy goes, no, he says, "Sir, yeah, is there a reason why your hand is on my seat?" And he goes, takes a minute. Poor guy. For balance. Guy doesn't say anything. The girlfriend is fucking she's just so embarrassed. She's like, it's like she can't believe because
I'm
she
getting angry.
sees.
I'm
Yeah,
getting
she
mad
sees.
right now.
I'm fuming.
Yeah. So I'm like the rest of my flight is like every fucking move that this guy, every fucking time he shifts his weight, I'm like this fucking guy. I just want to. I hope he dies.
I hope
like,
we
that's
crash.
where I
hope we crash and only he
dies. Yeah. We all land on our feet
Not-
like fucking cats,
You know,
and
there's
he dies.
soul survivor, soul casualty.
Yeah. So I'm just feeling. She's like, just fucking leave it alone. So we land. Now I know that fuckface is not going to be able to get off without his bags. So as soon as the ding, I fucking get up and I box him into his seat.
Yes,
Nice.
Todd Newman.
And I grab our bags down and I immediately slide him into the aisle. The guy who's the cripple guy, he fucking opens his bin and he's like, I grab his bag for him, like I help him out and all that.
Nice.
And the guy stands up and he's like, excuse me. And I just act like he's a ghost that I can't hear. I don't have the extra I don't have the extra sensory power to hear him from beyond. I'm totally ignoring
He's
him.
Patrick Swayze. You're Demi Moore.
And I
He
can
can't communicate.
I can feel how annoyed he's getting now and looking at his girlfriend because I'm completely ignoring him. I'm helping this guy. Now he sees this guy.
Good. Yes.
Yeah,
Nice.
and the girlfriend I could still tell is just like, oh, I'm with such a dick. What did I do to my life? How do I get out of this, you know? So I fucking box him in, let my wife go, let the crippled guy and his wife go, and then finally I just like wait a good extra 8 seconds, which is an eternity.
on a plane, that's like 14
Just
minutes.
yeah, this is an eternity. And then I slowly, thank you to the stewardess on the way out. And we're at Burbank, so you get off outside, and you know you have the little fucking thing, the ramp to walk down. And I'm just walking down the ramp as slow as I can, and he's just, I could feel his tension. Then finally we get
you're
to
getting rock hard.
yeah, and then finally we get to the floor, and he just fucking blows by me, you know, whatever. Then we were at the valet because I valeted my car there, and our car came first.
Oh, I love it.
So it was the last little nail
Multiple
in the
wins.
coffin. Yeah, but I wanted to fucking kill.
I hate this guy.
Yeah.
I really, really hate this
You would have
man.
hated him. You would have hated him just by looking at him, just by like the facial expressions, the clothes he was wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not being judgmental in the sense of like, you know, oh, I hate goth people or I hate, you know, hip hop dudes the way they dress. But the way this guy was dressed,
It's valid.
it's valid because it screams swarmy, entitled fuck.
And it does say a lot about, like, you know who he is
And
based
that's,
on how he looks.
Right.
And you judge a book by its cover.
Totally.
Like whoever said don't judge a book by its cover is a fucking idiot. That's the way I pick my books. I look at the cover. The cover draws me to it,
Yeah.
and then I open it up and see what's inside.
If someone's running
I
at me with
agree.
a knife, I assume they're going to stab me.
Judge books by their covers.
This guy's
Like,
probably
absolutely.
a chef. Yeah, that's a rough one. I have a huge problem with people pulling on my chair like on a plane. Like it's one of my biggest problems.
yeah,
but
so do I. You know
but
me.
the way
I
you
mean,
do it, you do the passive aggressive turn around and look like,
yeah,
"Hi,
Yeah.
you all right?"
yeah.
And if the guy is
Yeah.
hip is up by his armpits,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
has
yeah.
a cane,
Yeah.
you get a pass. Or if you're
And he told him like balance, like he needed balance to sit in the seat,
Yeah.
and once he was in the seat, needed balance still. You
Yeah.
know,
Right.
Yep,
I wanted to fucking kill this guy.
that's really good. That's a brutal
That's
one.
awful.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes the molting guy seem awesome.
yeah. The molting guy was just like
The incredible molting man.
he was like bothering other people in an inadvertent way, like by just molting and like just
Littering.
being a douche. But he wasn't like you
A bad
know,
person.
Yeah, I don't know if he was. Well, he was a bad person too.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
just
true.
face it. He was a bad.
Different
person.
levels. I
Yeah.
wonder. This sounds like a Curb episode.
Yeah.
Like going if Larry went to Vegas and dealt
Yeah.
with one dickhead on the way there and a worse dickhead on the way back.
Which why I think that show is so relatable because for people like us, my every day is another Curb episode to me.
Are you guys watching the new season
Yes,
yet?
it's.
No, I'm not.
Dude,
Have you
I
seen
need
it?
to watch it.
it's unbelievable. It's I think we might be dipping into the best season yet. Just based on
So
one
I heard.
episode.
Yeah, the first episode. We don't want to ruin it for people, but
I'll tell you what, Larry gets annoyed a couple times.
but his solution to not being bothered by people and how to get out of stuff, it's genius level.
Yep.
It is genius level.
Yep, absolutely.
Oh wait, yeah, I think I know what it is. Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah,
It is genius, actually.
I
Yeah,
highly
yeah.
recommend it. It's the fucking best thing. It's the best.
And the first episode was like 38 minutes
No.
long.
No good?
No good?
No good? No?
Oh my
good?
god. I really think that might be the best show on television.
I
That
love Curb.
and Impractical Jokers are the best shows on TV.
I've never seen Impractical Jokers.
It's so fucking
I
good.
never saw it.
I think
But I
you
did
love it.
watch the Aaron Hernandez documentary.
Oh, how was
Yes.
I
that?
want to get into a little bit of that. Did you see it, Frank?
No, I haven't
Of course
seen
you
it.
didn't see it. Fucking retard.
Did you read the article I sent you today?
Yeah, I did
Okay,
read that
we'll
one.
get
Yeah.
into that.
Well, let's get into that first, then, and then we'll get into. Or do you want to just
Let's
get
do
into
Hernandez.
Okay. Okay. And begin.
Aaron Hernandez was a tight end
Right.
for the New England Patriots, and he was an absolutely incredible talent.
Yes.
Like from his youth, he was a very gifted football player, physical, strong, very handsome.
Yeah, he was the star out of the gate.
Everything going for him. You know, in the documentary when they talk about him scoring his only touchdown in the Super Bowl,
Uh-huh.
I was there for that.
Oh, yeah.
I
yeah.
saw
nice.
that. So a couple years ago, he was arrested and found guilty for murder.
Right.
He murdered a dude and
Yeah, he
possibly
was
two
convicted,
others.
yeah.
Convicted. Went to jail.
What do you think about the two others?
I think he did it.
I don't. I did at first until I got to like episode 3, and again, I don't want to blow it for people who haven't seen it.
A
'Cause
lot
it
of the
fairly
story
new.
is
Yeah, it's all out
common
there
knowledge.
anyway.
But wasn't one of
But-
the guys a friend of his or something?
that's the one he went to prison for.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
that's the one he got convicted for,
Okay.
and that's like open and shut case. Like, there's fucking his footprints and bullet casings in
Right.
his rent-a-car.
He
and
was
like, yeah.
one step below leaving his ID.
Yeah,
at
yeah,
the
yeah.
crime
Oh my
scene.
God.
Yeah.
Wow.
He, was,
Okay.
he was one step below carrying the guy in and saying, "I just killed this guy."
Basically.
Oh,
Yeah, it was open
boy.
and shut. But the
Got it.
second one, I thought that all the way up until the reaction of the guy who witnessed it. And I thought, wait a minute. Is this guy that devious and smart to throw it on him because he's already under the bus? You know what I mean? And because a lot of people think that it was a drug deal that went wrong. He got shot in the fucking face, that guy, and blasted the other two guys. You know, so who knows? Who
But like
knows?
the car was the same, right? It was the same car.
Yeah, it was the same car. Yeah. I mean, they might have been in his car.
And they did have beef at a bar before
Yeah.
it happened.
Yeah, but then they kind of discredit the beef thing too. It's like, really, that's what goes on over a spilled drink. Like, who knows?
If you
There's
have,
a lot
if you're,
of-
if you're a
there's a
football
lot-
player,
Right.
let's say you're on steroids. Let's
Yeah.
pretend for a second you
Right.
might be, and
Right.
you have the CTE issue,
Right.
which leads to anger and
Right, right,
depression.
right. Yeah, but the CTE issue,
And he's drunk.
yeah, the CTE issue, which is, for those who don't know, it's when you get concussions and hit in the head multiple repeated times.
Very
You
often
get brain
seen
damage
in,
from
it.
with football players.
Yes, and it causes them irrational decisions, and emotions are all over the place. You can't contain it. And there have been a rash of suicides of retired football players, and they're saying that he had it at a very young age. The difference is that there's thousands of football players that have it that don't kill people.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So there's something going on. Plus, there was abuse, and the father was a nightmare, and there's a bunch of other shit in the story that could lend to him being the way he was. But yeah, either way, he definitely killed people, and whether he did a few others or not is irrelevant.
And it's clear in it that he is a sociopath.
Yeah, he's clearly a sociopath.
Like he murdered someone, and then within 2 months he went to Patriots, training camp and played another season like
played
nothing
a whole
ever happened.
season and excelled.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And he definitely had anger problems because they talk about in it, when you're new to a team, when you're a rookie, you get hazed by your
Right.
teammates, and they
Right,
make
right.
you like wear a pink backpack for the season or something. And some of the veterans on the Patriots tried to haze him, and he's like, "I'm not having this. I'll fucking kill you."
yeah.
Oh,
Like
wow.
literally said, like, "I will kill you if you try to haze me."
Right.
You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
All right, new guy.
Yeah, no problem.
You got it, new guy.
Don't call me psycho.
Yeah. Anybody, any one of you homos calls me psycho,
I'm gonna kill you.
I'll kill you.
Can you name the movie?
Just keep
Frank?
your meat hooks off.
No, I don't. I
That's
can't.
good. Stripes.
Oh, okay.
That was the good old days where you can use words like homos in movies.
And people weren't losing their shit over
And
it.
you homos touch me.
Oh my god.
I'll
Touch
kill
my
you.
stuff.
Touch me.
I'll kill you.
Touch me, touching my stuff. I'll kill you.
We have to pull that clip.
pull that clip up.
But talk more about that doc.
So, do we let all that out of the bag too?
Is it one
I mean,
episode, or I mean, it's one
It's
thing, or
it's
is
one of those.
It's
it
3
multiple?
episodes.
Netflix
Okay.
is mastering this three
It's the perfect entree.
3-episode
Yeah.
documentary thing.
Sometimes
I agree.
5, you're like, fuck, I gotta sit through 5 of these.
Yeah, I was watching. Yeah, like, have you seen The Devil Next Door?
No.
Yes.
But I heard about
Yes.
it.
Right.
It's about this guy. Explain.
So it's basically about this guy that was working in Detroit at the Ford plant, and in the 70s, he got ID'd as being one of the guards in the Treblinka concentration camp, the extermination camp. So he got extradited to Israel, and he was put on trial. And they basically brought people in, and they're like, "Yeah, that's the guy. I can recognize his eyes, et cetera, et cetera." And it takes a few twists and turns. It's pretty well. The Jewish attorney was a trip.
Yep. Yep. Ivan the Terrible living in Cleveland.
Right.
Yeah, so it's that one was 5 parts. I felt it could have been a solid 3 parts, though.
Probably.
Right?
Probably.
Like, there were a few spots
the
where they kind of dragged
three-parter
that
is
out.
the best because you
Yeah.
can knock that out like at the time of a long dinner.
It's shorter than
Right,
The
yeah.
Irishman.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
The name's Francis Sawyer. But everybody calls me Psycho. Any of you guys call me Francis, and I'll kill you.
Nicholas
Just made the list, buddy.
just made the list, buddy.
And I don't like nobody touching my stuff. So just keep your meat hooks off. If I catch any of you guys in my stuff, I'll kill you.
I don't like anybody
Also,
touching me.
I don't like nobody touching me.
Yeah.
Now, any of you homos touch me,
Okay.
and I'll kill you.
Lighten up, Francis.
Lighten up, Francis.
So good.
So good. I could see him as the actor. That's what he read to get that part. You know what I mean?
That's the one that's like, this is the guy.
This is the guy.
That's the guy.
This is the
And he
guy.
probably threw in homos on his own. Like, we found our Psycho Francis.
Yeah. Oh, so good.
But yes, people always ask us about documentaries. Watch the what's it called? It's
the killer, the mind of the killer inside, or
Is that it?
something. The mind of Aaron Hernandez.
yeah. Very, very good.
Yeah.
Um,
It just go on Netflix. It's on everybody's
Yeah.
splash page.
it'll be fed to you on
Yeah.
like new releases.
Aaron Hernandez.
Killer Inside: The Mind of Aaron Hernandez.
Yeah. It's fucking good.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
He's also not who he wants, who he portrays to
Yeah.
the public. He's got some secrets, Frank.
Yeah.
Really?
There's a few twists and turns in
There-
his ass.
Let me just say this:
Oh, jeez.
there are some things worse than being a murderer.
Oh, man. Oh, God.
Awful,
man.
awful.
Crazy. And I really felt for the mother of that guy who got killed because she was just, and forgiving him and
Yep.
it was just terrible. Terrible.
Why
But
is it so much worse when people forgive?
I know.
It
It's
makes
almost
it
like
so
they
much
do it
harder.
purposely.
Yeah.
If they were just like, fuck you, I hate you.
Yeah.
But like
I'm
and
happy
they're
I
like,
killed that bitch's
I
son.
hope he finds peace and I forgive him. I'm like, oh, man.
Yep.
Some devout lady who believes in God and that's going to make
Of
everything
course.
all right.
It's the ultimate. I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That's true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I do want to bring up something before we move on from here because I think it's something that you and I need to settle right now
Okay.
here on the air.
I'm
Frank,
longer,
you can-
but you're thicker.
You can mediate for us. You can
I
be the
will try
judge.
my best.
So Dan has asked me a few times to do Instagram stories for Rare Form Radio.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Okay. So I've never done one in my life. I've never done one on my Instagram. I've never done one from Rare Form. Anytime that we used to do them for Dark Matter when Dave would do it, and I'd be driving and be like, "We're on the way to Dark Matter," and
Sorry.
there's just something I told him, like, I don't like to do it a while ago, right? I told you, like, a while ago. I don't really like to do those. Maybe I'm too old in my mind, or I feel like a jerk off doing it. And he likes to do the filters, and we've made a joke about how annoyed I am at that. But like, I don't like to do that.
You're pretend annoyed, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm really annoyed. But we've made it pretend annoyed for the sake of radio. So I'm like, I don't really like to do that. And like, hey, watch the fuck. I just feel like a jerk off. That's my honest insecure. I'm insecure about it.
And that's fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
So.
I don't feel rad doing it either, by the way.
Yeah, but you do that. You understand the necessity, and so do I.
I put the show first. Yeah.
And I'm putting my ego first.
Right.
I'd say, yeah.
You have kids that could be embarrassed.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm just not IG guy, like Instagram guy. So I always post the rare form thing, and I made a little fucking smoke coming out of thing. Like I can do my contributions when I can. So he says to me last night on text, do an IG story. And I'm like, I don't remember how I answered. I'm like, no, I fucking don't like that or whatever. But
you're like, can't you just do it?
Yeah, I said something. Can't you just do it? I don't like to do it. And he wrote back, people want to see your mug. So I don't know if you saw the rare form IG story that I posted.
I haven't
today.
checked it out yet.
Okay,
of course.
I tagged you. But you can't watch a movie. There's no way you're gonna watch an IG thing. And it's my coffee mug. And
it's a 15-second movie you can't watch.
And I made a joke like that. Dan says people want to see my mug. Here it is, my mug, Rare Form Radio, blah, blah, blah. Send in questions. But that's not the problem. Like, I'll do those all day long. Like, we'll have fun, make it funny that I hate it, know?
Right.
The problem that I have is, it's a twofold problem. First of all, I don't believe you. I don't believe that you've gotten any messages saying, hey, Dan, we really want to see Todd's mug on those things. So I think that you're just assuming that people would like to see me do one.
I am assuming, and I bet I'm right.
Okay.
If you're listening, tell Todd that you do want to see him do more videos.
Don't.
That you do like to see his face.
And
because Todd is handsome, and you get so many compliments about your fucking hair all the time. People do want to see it as often as... Just do it from your forehead up.
See, I can't even... even on this, I don't even like it right now. Like, that's why I just push my hair back. I won't do the pulling it out because that looks like I'm trying.
It looks
too
worse
hard.
now.
I'm okay with it looking worse.
Okay.
Now, but correct me if I'm wrong. Do you have a fan page?
No.
Todd,
do
you have a fan page?
And I had it deleted.
You do have one.
I'm going to delete it now because you're bringing it up. Why?
But I think that is proof of what Dan says, and I believe it, that people do want to see you.
Okay, so...
More than Dan.
Again, it's an assumption.
No offense.
You believe it, but it's an assumption. Neither of you have proof, and I'm not asking for proof. Don't start messaging me.
No,
hey,
definitely message him.
All right. Here's my other problem. Here's where the second fold comes in. People want to see your mug. The only word that can, when using mug for a face, to describe someone's face, it's never your gorgeous mug. The only word that fits before it is your ugly mug, right? Mug is not a pleasing word to use conversationally about someone's face. So I believe that subconsciously you're telling me people want to see your ugly mug. So now you made it even worse. Now I'm never going to do it.
I don't think that's definitely not my intention.
I think subconsciously you see me as horrid looking, like I'm a deformed freak, and that I have an ugly mug. Because you don't say, "Hey, you got a really gorgeous mug. You got a really great, pleasing to look at mug."
I think they do.
No, you say ugly mug. Ugly is the only word or a synonym of ugly that precedes mug. Ever.
I wish we were alive. I want phone calls about this right now.
I mean, I see your point. When people get arrested, they get a mug shot.
Yeah, exactly.
There's some negative
that's assuming that people get arrested are ugly.
Well,
they are. Even good-looking people, when the mug shot comes out, they never look good.
What about that famous dude, the famous handsome mug shot guy?
Oh, what's his name? Yeah.
You know what I'm talking
That
about?
was a one-off, though.
All right,
I
but
mean,
the reason why he's famous because he's handsome is because it's a one-off, because it's an oddity
look
that
at
he's...
Jim Morrison. That's a handsome mugshot.
Yeah, so there's 2 or 3.
Paul Rubens.
But that's why that's why it's an oddity, because usually mugshots are ugly because you're getting
Listen,
their ugly
right.
mug.
Listen.
Dan thinks I'm fucking ugly.
Listen.
I think so. I'm beginning to
And he wants me
agree
to
with
do
you.
these videos. Now I'm taking it even a step further. You can't fucking slip this by me, bro. You want me to do those videos because you want the world to see how ugly I am.
It makes me look better. Listen. I don't like giving you compliments. You know that. But you're a handsome man. You are handsome. You have an incredible hairline. You do have incredible hair.
Yeah.
You're always finely groomed. You look good.
I am always finely groomed.
You look
It's
good on
true, yeah.
camera.
Manicured, well manicured.
7 showers a fucking day. And he's on his 10th shirt of the day.
Yeah, this.
How many shirts for real? No
Okay.
bullshit. No bullshit.
I wore one when I got up to take the kids to their respective schools. Came home, took a shower, put another on to go out.
And why
That's
wouldn't you, to take your kids to school, why wouldn't you wear the same shirt from last night?
Because I went in the fucking hamper right at night. when I
Okay,
go to
sorry.
sleep.
So you're at 2.
Then came home. No. Came home, put another shirt on, went out, did a bunch of errands, came back, took a shower, put a third shirt on. Then had that one on for a while, took my nap in that shirt, and then I put this on right before I walked out the door.
Wow.
So you showered, then you went and drove somewhere and came home and showered?
No, I'm saying I had that backwards. I came home, put on another shirt, went out again, then came home, showered, put on another.
But what after you, where did you go that made you so dirty you had to come home and shower?
Nothing made me dirty. I was just like, it's time for a shirt change. Fresh. Feel it. It's more fitted.
Oh, God.
Hey.
It makes me so upset.
Does it put me in the Aaron Hernandez category?
No, it puts you in the fucking 2-phone, no shoot, no sock guy on the plane.
No. No, they're all cool shirts.
It's unreasonable how upset this makes me. I don't get it. It's so wasteful, and I'm happy your microphone's fucked up. You got a flimsy ass flaccid microphone. It's so
man.
wasteful.
Why is it wasteful?
The water and the
The
soap.
water.
And
Come on, what do you fucking care about the water?
I do.
What does anybody care? The whole water shortage thing is bullshit anyway. It's bullshit.
You're so stupid.
You heard it here, folks.
Basing it on
Bullshit.
global warming, my asshole. Please.
It's all a hoax. From
Fucking
China.
wasteful. I can't handle
Go
it.
flush your
The
toilets
China-
10 times.
You've heard of the Chinese water torture, right?
Yes.
This is the Chinese water hoax.
Oh my God.
So dumb. Hey, what's happening in China, by the way?
There's like all kinds of fucking people got the flu. There's a disease. There's a some virus that's going around that is fucking killing people.
Is it from Yetis, Frank?
Probably. There's a
do you-
few out there.
Do you have any conspiracies about the virus?
Not yet. I'm actually surprised that
Population
there's not
control.
more. I'm actually hearing the opposite of conspiracies. People are saying that it's fear mongering, that more people die of the flu every year than whatever this thing is.
Yeah. I
So-
hear that too. Like I hear that every time there's one of these.
There's one of these, right? Yeah.
H1N6.
Oh, the black
bird
plague.
flu. Yeah.
Nothing.
Like you
The
get
plague.
just as much chance of dying of just influenza, like
Yeah.
a regular old flu, if you're not proper about it.
There's
But-
more
but-
chances that you die at the hands of Todd for not wearing socks.
Yep. Valid.
Then, yeah, so don't worry about it.
But like China has shut down all of their public transportation and shut down flights and everything, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
gotten pretty
they gotta
serious.
isolate it. I'm sure that there's some fear tactics going on too, but I don't know if that's the reason for it.
Mhm.
You know, but to shut all that shit down, the government doesn't want that. You know what I
Right.
mean?
The flu.
The flu.
That's awful.
I got the flu.
Oh, it's terrible flu.
It's a make a die. I'm allowed. I'm married
Yeah,
to
you
an
are.
Asian.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, I was supposed to plan a trip to Korea. That's like on the fence now.
Is Korea
Oh.
part of this thing?
It's
It's on the way.
Asian.
Isn't China Korea?
I think
Isn't it the
so.
same thing?
China, Korea, Japan, all the same.
No, because it's a lot of people traveling back and forth to those regions. So Everybody's freaking out. And now there's a case that landed in Seattle, and everybody at LAX is freaking out, wearing fucking masks. It's just, the world's coming to an end anyway.
Pretty much.
We're ready for a flush.
Yeah. What the fuck is a frush?
Frush. What is that? What is that?
Can you call it, Frank?
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me.
What the fuck is a frush?
Damn it.
You're going to be so mad when you figure out what it is.
Is that Stripes too?
No. Close to the same era, I'll give you that.
Fucking A.
Yeah, I got nothing.
I'll tell you towards the end of the show if you can't get it.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to be able to contribute to the show until I figure
I
it
know,
out.
that's why
you
I
guys
said
talk
that.
for a while.
What the fuck is a frush?
Jeez. This is worse than Jeopardy. Nothing?
Is it a comedy?
I have a frush. What the fuck is a frush?
Oh,
Yes,
Jesus Christ. I can see her.
I'll give you a hint.
Not yet. Oh, damn it. All right, tell me. Give me a hint.
It's not a girl. It's an Asian guy.
Yeah. Is it 16 Candles?
No.
Or what? It's not?
No. So think of the other 80s famous movie that has an Asian guy in it. Here, I'll give you a hint.
Is it Short Round from Temple of Doom?
I will give you a hint, right?
Do you know what it is, Frank?
No, I can't think. I was thinking
I have a
Goonies,
frush.
but that's just the kid.
Yeah. Same kid. That's also Short Round. Data. It is.
It is?
Yeah, same kid.
Yeah,
Oh,
same kid.
Look at that.
Let your mic hear it. Oh. It's not helping me.
It's Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, it is.
Okay.
It's Booger that says they're
Oh,
playing
thank
cards.
you.
Okay.
And he's like, I got the frush. And he goes, what the fuck is a frush?
Is it from part 2?
No, it's from the
Okay.
first one. And that's
Hotel Coral Essex.
yeah, and that's his that's the music they're playing when he's
Yeah,
doing the
right.
tricycle race.
That's
Thank you.
Damn
hilarious.
it, good. Are there Hotel Coral Essex shirts?
I'm sure there
Oh,
are.
There has
fuck,
to
I gotta
be.
get one of those.
Yeah, I'm sure
immediately.
that there are. Do you know that I have
Hot oral sex.
I have the lambda tri-lam.
I've seen that.
Well, I have a T-shirt of it, but I have the actual sweater vest, like the Letterman sweater.
Nice.
I have an Adams College shirt also.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's Hotel Coral Essex shirts.
Of course there are. There's shirts for everything now.
Oh, I there's no. Look how fucking awesome these are.
Let me see. Yeah, I definitely need one of those.
100%. Should we? Maybe we can buy them in bulk.
That's the same colors of the Porky's shirt that I have.
We should just make these rare form
Rare form.
shirts.
Oh, that'd be cool.
We should just make rare form everything from a movie, like every
So good.
font.
Absolutely.
From a movie.
I'm
That's a
down
good
with that.
idea.
Yeah, no, that.
Oh my
That is
God,
a
I
good idea.
love this. Look at that fucking thing.
Nice.
Let's wrap this up so I can go buy one of these.
I kind of feel like you don't deserve one.
Yeah, fucking. I knew number 2.
The new number 2.
Hot
Who is
oral
number 1?
sex.
You are number 6.
You guys seen any good movies lately?
I am not a number. I am a free man.
What's that?
See, I'm gonna stump you on that.
I don't know that. I don't know that
It's
one.
beginning of an Iron Maiden song.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
The Prisoner.
I don't listen to that bullshit.
I'm
But-
actually wearing
Jesus.
the shirt.
Since
that,
we
on
spoke-
the album
Nice.
that it's on.
Last week we were talking about Rush lyrics,
Yes.
and I mentioned that "Limelight" was one of probably my favorite Rush song. And I never listened to the words, and you said like it's about being in a band, and
Yeah.
I've been listening to that song nonstop.
It's fucking amazing, right?
and read the lyrics, and
That's all Neil, because he was the one who fucking out of all 3 of them, he couldn't do it. He just couldn't do it.
oh, living in the limelight, the universal dream, for those who wish to seem. So good. He's still dead, right?
Yeah, he's still
Fucking
Darn
A.
it.
Fucking A.
drumming up in heaven,
Um,
drumming on a cloud.
So I sent you guys a
God,
a link.
Yes, you did.
Our friend Diana sent this to me, and it's a. I don't know if you guys. Do you ever like go on Reddit and read like threads?
I have. I don't do it as a thing, but I have when someone has sent me something.
I don't even know what the fuck
I know.
Reddit is.
Yeah, I don't either. But sometimes I get sent something, and someone's like, "Read this link or this thread or whatever."
Reddit is like a. What, do you know?
It's like a not a message board, but what do you call it?
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Kind of a
right?
message
Yeah.
board, and like there's a subject, and like the poster says something, and then people comment, and then people comment on comments and comments on comments, and it gets out of control.
Apparently,
Anyway.
they call it the front page of the internet.
Really?
Yeah, apparently it's that popular. Like most, yeah,
That's
it's like
wild.
the first.
I mean, it covers everything.
Website people visit.
So
yeah.
this is a Reddit thread, an Ask Me Anything, which is like people do them on Instagram.
Right.
It's exactly what it sounds like. So this is a guy who said I had a 4 or 5 year consensual sexual relationship with my mother. Ask me anything.
Yeah.
And this guy, so when he was 14, he got injured in an accident or something, and I assume his arms didn't work or something. And after 2 or 3 weeks, he started getting like very grumpy and angry towards his parents. He had a mom, a dad, and a sister. And I guess his parents had a discussion, and the mom came to him and said, "We think we know why you're acting out and getting upset because you can't release, you can't take care of yourself."
Right.
And the mom said, "Would you like me to help you?"
Right.
And this guy says, like, I was 14 and I was like,
And my mom had huge tits.
no, she had a B cup. He said later on. It's funny they actually asked. And
And my mom's pussy was so sweet.
we're getting there.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so he said yes, and his mom came and gave him like a super clinical hand job.
Right.
And he was afraid to come, and she's like, "No, you can relax. Go ahead. Like we got this."
She said, "No, that's okay. You can relax. Come, big boy."
Kinda.
Oh my dude, it's so disgusting.
This is awful.
She jerked him off for a year. not
That's how
not
long
straight.
it took him to come. Okay.
he was very numb.
All right.
So for a year, he must have gotten his feeling back in that time.
Right.
But she jerked him off for a year. Second year, she started blowing him, and then the third year and 3 years, they full on fucked. Like just 2, 3, 4 times a week, he'd fuck his mom. And her code word was, "Do you want to go upstairs?" And then,
Well, I wouldn't know what that means.
It
Yeah.
gives
you
the
read all
whole
of it?
fucking.
I couldn't read all of it.
So
I read the whole thing.
the
It's
dad
very
knew
much.
about it.
Yeah, this
yeah.
is
I know
the
that part.
sick part.
The sister
Yeah.
didn't know, but the dad
Right.
and mom were like,
Yeah.
it was like an open
The dad
thing.
was like, "Hey, you fuck her. I'm tired of fucking her. I'm down with this."
Dad probably had a side piece somewhere. But
I was gonna say,
But
yeah.
this guy is, I think he's in his 30s and has a seemingly good life. And he says, like, he's not fucked up by it. He's had multiple healthy relationships, long-term relationships. He still uses some of the tricks his mom taught him
Oh,
in his
my God.
relationships. His mom would swallow his cum. He would come in his mom,
Oh my god!
and they didn't wear condoms.
It's just so against everything that is supposed to be everything.
Of course,
Absolutely.
And someone asked, like, "Are you sure you're not adopted?" And he's not adopted. And this whole story has been verified. And him and his mom are part of a study, like an incest study.
Yeah.
And they both, his mom's still alive. They still have a good. They don't fuck anymore, but they did for
They see
5
other
years.
people
They see
now?
other people. It's open. They have an open relationship. And I didn't
my
think
God.
I didn't think it was possible for this to happen and have it not fuck you. Maybe when he turns 40, he'll have like a breakdown.
Dude, it fucked him up. Believe me.
You think so?
Yeah,
It didn't-
100%. There's
But
no
reading it, it
You're
didn't seem like
kidding.
it.
Hey, reading it didn't seem like it, and it's easy to write what you want to write.
He was
You know what I
funny
mean?
about it. Like,
Dude, he's fucked up. She should be put in prison.
Absolutely.
Like
legally.
if my wife was like, "Wait, I have a great idea,"
sure,
I'm like,
off.
didn't you think maybe to just get a hooker in here? Like, what
Thank
are you
you.
fucking kidding me?
You know what's funny?
That's where you went to?
You know what's funny?
I would reevaluate everything, kick her out of the fucking house, have her strapped down on a gurney in a mental institution
The whole
for
time-
even thinking it.
The whole time reading that, the idea of a hooker never popped into my head.
Yeah.
You're
like,
right.
You got to take it on to you to jerk them and blow them and fuck them. Like, there's professionals that do that.
There was a lot more going
my
on with
God.
the mom, for sure.
I know
For sure.
what'll help you. Oh my God!
Let me
dude.
swallow your young
I was
load.
like sexualized by my mother in metaphoric ways enough to make this
Emotional.
The most,
It was like an emotional,
incest. That was bad enough for me to.
that you still feel to this
Yeah,
day.
yeah, and it fucked me up now. Why do you think I'm so angry?
Thanks, Mom.
Oh my God.
Oh God, it's the most disgusting thing.
Yeah, I just didn't think it was possible. I remember reading, actually not too long ago, apparently there's like scientific evidence that proves that, obviously everybody has like a natural odor, and you might not detect it, but it's there. And apparently, if you're, if like your parents or your brothers,
Wait, where did you read? I just read this too. Where?
Right. Well,
was it in that article?
No. Genevieve told me about this a while back. So when you sent me this article today, I was like, oh yeah, like it just.
I literally just saw
so
this
I
or read
googled
it.
it just to make sure that I didn't imagine that this was a study or whatever. But yeah, so we all have a natural odor, and
Mine's
your
Monster.
family,
Monster Energy drink.
your family, on a subliminal level, everybody can pick up on it, and your family can pick up subconscious. Sorry. And your family can pick up on it, and that's kind of like a safeguard against incest. So your mom in this case wouldn't find you
it's
attractive.
against the natural order of things.
So
for
it makes
a reason.
you. It makes you. Your brain says, "Don't fuck this one."
Right.
Is that what
Yeah.
it? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So I just
Apparently, it says, "Don't fuck this one unless you really want to."
Unless you have busted arms, then you can fuck it.
Yeah, no, this threw me for a loop. The way he spoke about it, and
Your cock smells just like my pussy. That's so weird.
it's just and
Son.
I agree. They should have hired a professional to help the child.
Yeah,
It's such a fascinating story, though.
Is it?
I think it is. I mean, it's so fucked up. It's so against everything we
it's
know
against
to be
nature. Yeah, 100%.
But the fact that I know you think he's fucked up, but he really does not seem it.
he doesn't
really
think
doesn't.
he's fucked up. That's how fucked up he is.
Exactly, I agree.
I really wonder.
This guy's gonna snap and kill 40 people one day,
Maybe.
including
And end with his mother.
Yeah.
There's also a short film out there called The Forbidden Homework. And it's a short film. They show it a lot
It's
too.
about this dude.
It's literally about this kid who's going to film school, and he's got an assignment to shoot this short film. It's a short film about a short film, and
Meta.
he's got to shoot this thing without cuts in just one single shot. So he hires a relative to help, and if kind of goes along the lines of this Reddit post. If anyone wants to look it up, it's called The Forbidden Homework. I watched it a long time ago, and it was pretty disturbing. But yeah, I don't know what it is.
Wait.
This kind
What's
of
the
stuff.
point of what's the point of your story?
Well,
What
kid
I
happens
guess
in
fucks
it?
his
spoiler
mother.
alert.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like he ends up having sex with his mom on this as a homework assignment for his film class.
A short
Whoa.
film with a big ending.
Yeah,
In
My
her
God.
face. This is gonna end up with this on your face, Mom.
I want you guys for 1 second to actually think about fucking your mother.
Oh Jesus!
I can't even. Like, my natural odor blocks it, whatever it is, blocks it from happening.
The funniest part of the entire article, and there was a lot of funny moments, is someone asked, "Did you guys kiss?" And he said, "One time we kissed when we both came," and he said that was too much.
Oh, that was too much. Okay.
He goes, "Kissing made it too intimate."
Yeah, her swallowing my cum was fine, but the kiss, the peck on the cheek, I couldn't deal
When
with.
I thrusted my cum into her womb, that was not too intimate, but kissing her was gross.
Oh my God! Yes,
Yeah.
professional. There's one easy fix for that.
My favorite porno of all time is Taboo. You know this one?
Yeah, of course.
Kay Parker. and
Kay
it's-
Parker's the best.
Oh my God! I've been trying to book her on
Harry
the show
Bush,
forever.
big tits. I
Oh,
love
the
her.
best!
She's the best.
We gotta get out of here. I gotta go take care of something.
Yeah.
But it's Taboo is a porno about a mom who fucks her son. Over
The
and
thing
over
I
again.
don't like about that movie is the guy who plays the son
Mhm.
looks like he's genetically has chromosomes missing.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like He's a weird looking fucking
Which,
guy.
if you think about it, makes sense if he's coming from an incest background.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think he was cast purposely. Like, oh, this is our son.
I have experience. But like that movie is the hottest porno ever to me. But the story freaks me out. Like fantasy, great.
Yeah.
Real, weird.
I just would forward to the fucking parts. Like I don't need the story of the son and the mom. And all
that's
that.
what does it.
Nah,
So I guess Freud was right.
Note to self: fuck my mother.
yeah.
What, Frank?
Crazy. No, I was saying I guess Freud was right. Like I guess to some extent.
What would you do? Let's think
your
about this for a second.
Parent.
If you're a teenager and your mom offers you a hand job, do you tell anybody after she jerks you off?
No. No.
Would you tell your dad?
After you say yes on that?
No, it's just no. It's
What if she said,
I want to jerk you off with my pussy.
Frank?
Okay, then that's
What
game.
if she said, Frank, how about I jerk you and your dad off same time?
Okay, I may be down for that, but
I'm saying for real. Would you tell anyone if your mom asked you if you wanted a hand job?
I would go ahead.
I don't. No. I wouldn't tell anybody. I don't even know how I would react. Like even in this hypothetical scenario, I'm having like a hard time. Like really, yeah. No,
really
it's just
staying soft. Having a hard time staying soft.
That makes two of us.
That's wild.
What about you?
Like
for real, if your
I
mom
would
said
bury it until it gave me cancer.
Oof.
I would never say fucking. My mother caught me jerking off once. I've told that story in the shower. Like I never, to this day,
hyperspace.
I'll tell the free radio world, but I have never had a conversation with her about it.
Oh fuck no!
And that's just catching me doing something. It wasn't anything on her part. You know what I mean? She just bad timing.
Now
I had one time when I was a kid, I had a weird dream about my mother, and it fucked me up.
I've had those.
Yeah, it fucked me up for a long time.
You wake up praying for death.
Yeah, I was like, there's
like I want to die.
Good month,
so I never think of this.
Yeah, and it's completely normal, and that's what Freud is talking about.
Okay,
but. And there's literature written, Hamlet, since the dawn of man, that's been a thought. But just the subconscious thought, and most of the time your dreams don't mean what they mean in the literal sense anyway.
Right.
But even just having that kernel as like an 11 or 12-year-old in my subconscious, it fucked me up so bad for like months.
This dude went down on his mom.
Yeah.
I was just gonna ask, what was wrong with the guy? Did he ever mention like why never
it was like visiting
masturbated
home?
or like
he couldn't? So when it started,
he
he couldn't. I don't think he could move his arms. He didn't want to give too much information because he didn't want anyone to figure out who he was.
Right. Yeah.
Somebody even asked like, "What celebrity does your mom look like?"
What street did you grow up on? In what town?
Yeah. What's your mom's number? No, like he asked, like, "What's your mom look like?" And he wouldn't even say that.
Yeah.
So I think he was in some kind of bad accident where he couldn't access his own dick.
Again, why your mind would jump to, I'll do it, instead of, let's get him a hooker.
Or even, like, the mom's best friend.
Yeah. Do me a favor, jerk off my son, because I certainly can't
Hey, Charlene, you have a teenage daughter. Can we work something?
Yeah.
Work
Work
over
out a
and fuck
deal.
my kid.
I'll put her through college if she blows my kid.
Right. That's a good deal.
Yeah, there were numerous
there's
ways to go about it.
Yeah, that was on the list. That's like on page 8 of scenarios on how to handle this.
Yeah, I insist. There's something wrong with the mom. Yeah, for sure.
If I was the mother, I'd make the sister do it.
Something, yeah.
All right,
and the mother and the father and the sister did not have a sexual relationship, and she didn't know about it, and the brother was adamant on the sister not knowing about it. Isn't that correct?
Yeah. He never told a
I would
friend.
love to get the sister on this show
And tell her? Break the news.
Just say, she's like, why? I don't understand why you guys want me as a guest.
Oh,
have you ever seen Reddit? You heard of Reddit?
read this live on air, will you? That's your bro.
Oh man.
All right, Todd, Frank.
Yeah.
Genevieve's life is on the line.
Oh God.
The only way she survives is if your mom sucks you off.
Well, I guess I'm burying Genevieve. No.
For real.
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, 100% on me.
Really? What about your kids?
See ya. Have a
Your
nice
kids.
Korean send-off. I'll be there for them.
No. Your kids are going to die unless your mom blows you.
That's a rough one.
That's what the show's about.
Look, they're not that old yet.
So this could go two ways.
So they've had a good childhood. Like, I
Right.
would spare them from all the pain in the world.
If they go now, they're kind of going out on top. This is as good as
that's
life
what I'm
gets.
saying. That's where my head would go.
Good point. I mean, what they only got
I'll tell you
global
this.
warming to look
If
forward
it
to.
came down to that, and there was like literally a gun to my head, and it's your kids, or that situation where my mom has to blow me, I lunge for the gun, put it in my mouth, and end the conversation.
No, but your kids are going to die afterwards, even if you die.
If I'm dead, what do I care?
Oh,
If I'm fucking
God.
gone. Let my wife pick up the pieces.
If any of our listeners have ever fucked their parents on consensually,
Oh,
please
God.
write in.
Oh,
We will keep
boy.
it anonymous.
I mean, yeah. I just feel like, it's kind of, again, 14, I get that you have your faculties about you and stuff, but you don't know shit about life. Like, I feel like it's rape.
It really is.
Does he talk about that in the article? People talk about it being rape, and he says legally it is, but he goes, but there was no part of me that didn't want to do it.
Yeah, but as a 14-year-old, and you're not getting pussy regularly, and that's your age that you're really bursting out of the seams,
Yeah,
I'll fucking take anything.
I don't think you have the maturity yet to
So
make
his
stick
that
my dick in a
decision.
tub of yogurt at that point, at that
his
age.
mom was his first hand job, his first blow job, but not his first lay. So he banged another girl before he banged his mom.
Mom, I've been practicing. Get over here.
Check this move out.
What's for dinner tonight, you fucking cunt?
This made it gross.
That's what it is. It's
Oh,
fucking
God.
gross. Great that he thinks he's not fucked up, but the rest of the world that read that is now.
I'm sorry, I got to play this now because we're talking about it. Literally.
Quite appropriate.
This motherfucker.
We got to do one that says this fucking guy who's fucking
Fucking his
mom.
mother. Oh my God.
Gives a whole meaning to the word motherfucker.
I would kill to talk about
Seriously.
this dude. To talk to this guy.
Yeah.
We had the girl that had diarrhea dumped on her head. Now we got to find this guy.
Seriously.
Best year of guests ever.
Oh, man.
Should we do some listener
Let's
stuff?
do it.
Oh boy. Yeah.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Rare Form Radio.
Please leave a message after the tone.
Okay.
Hey, what's up? It's Steve from Pittsburgh. Last week, when you guys when Dan was recounting that girl he was seated in front of on the plane, talking incessantly, pissed me off so bad I was like breaking a sweat. But you guys didn't even touch on another thing that's worse, which is all of these self-entitled pricks who bring their fucking fake service dogs on the plane. And I was thinking about that because now there's a story in the news that I guess they're going to pass some sort of federal law to keep this from happening. People are dragging on peacocks and miniature horses and shit. So hopefully they'll do away with that. I think the solution is to have a hatch like in A View to a Kill, where Christopher Walken just threw the guy off the blimp. They should do that to the owners and the animals. Love the show. Bye.
I think we've touched on the service animals before, haven't we?
I think so in the past.
If we haven't, I don't know how we haven't. But yeah, I think it's a bit out of control.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like my boa constrictor is my service animal.
Someone literally did bring a miniature horse on.
Yeah, I know.
What?
I know. I heard about that.
Like I just
A peacock
truly,
too. I think that's why he's citing
Yeah,
both. Yeah.
yeah. I
Jesus.
just truly don't know
Emotional
how those
support.
fit.
A service animal is different than an emotional support animal.
Yes.
Most of these people are bringing it on the guise of emotional support. They get a psychiatrist to say they suffer from PTSD or whatever, and they need this animal so that they don't freak out in social situations. Service animal, blind guy
yeah.
or whatever, I'm all about it. Hey, can I feed the dog for you? Like, I'm
Yeah.
all about it.
Yep.
I've done it a couple of times, and I feel like a jerk off. Granted, my dog is this big.
Yeah.
Right.
It stays in the thing. I load him up. He gets loaded, so he sleeps on. Most people don't know that I even have a dog. It's the people, and I don't do it often. It was once or twice when we had to because we couldn't figure out what to do. Anyway, it's the people who, like, buy a seat for their fucking animal, too, or pull it out on their lap and this and that. My kids and myself are, like, highly allergic to cats. Like, highly allergic. If I walk into a room where there's been a cat, within 8 seconds, I know that there's a fucking cat in here somewhere. My eyes start swelling up. My throat starts closing. It's bad. My kids are the same way. My kids are that way with dogs, too. So we have, like, a, hypoallergenic dog. It's not fur, it's hair, whatever it is. But if anyone had a problem, I would switch seats, but there's people that are just like adamant, and they're the animal's on their lap, and I'm just like, fuck. I get like that. That happened today. I'm in the supermarket wearing shirt number 2. I'm in the supermarket, and there's a guy, like a fluffy, medium size, like a Keyshawn, something like, I don't know the name, but they're like
a Dachshund?
No, not like a very well manicured, uppity, snooty looking dog, perfectly furry, this and that, and he's got it on a leash. I'm in the fruit section and vegetable section, and the dog, it's one of those leashes that lets out, with the thing that you...
Yes, the button.
Yeah, the button. He's got it. It's like fucking 15 feet away from him, and it's on its hind legs, like at food.
No.
And I go, excuse me, bro. And he's leaning over to look at something, and his fucking ass crack is hanging out, which is bad enough, too. And he's like, oh, sorry. And he's like, come. And I'm like, why do you have your dog in the fucking supermarket? Like, human beings eat here.
Right.
That's another thing about the Larry David why you should watch the Larry David episode, The Curb.
Yeah, which part?
Because the chick brings her dog to work.
Yes.
But, like, this is a fucking place. People are trying to eat, and your dog is up on the thing, and it's like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's crazy.
Right. 1, you're blocking my way. 2, I feel bad for the dog because I don't want to hit it with the fucking cart, like run over its fucking tail or
3,
something.
wear a belt.
And 3, just fucking, I don't want it in the store at all.
Yeah.
Like, don't hold it. Don't,
But if you have to, keep it at your fucking
keep it
leg.
at your
keep it
fucking
with
feet.
you.
Yeah. And then there's like 3 people wearing the name tags with the store, and they're like talking to some person, and they don't say anything. I'm like, why wouldn't you fucking say something? Like, sir, there's a grocery store. You can't have a dog in here, like, unless it's a service animal.
Right.
People bring it into Starbucks. They bring it into that. And I'm like, I don't want your fucking dog around. I have a dog, and I purposely never bring it into stores or restaurants or any of that shit because it's fucking rude, and I'm a human being eating.
Right.
My wife at her job, she part of her job, she works outside at a place, and it's a no dog allowed thing, and people come in with their dogs, and she's like, sorry, we we deal with food, so no dogs in here, and they'll just get irate. It's like, he's on a leash. It's like, well,
I don't give a fuck where he is.
And sometimes they
I
just
don't give a shit if he could fucking say the alphabet.
sometimes
like, get him the fuck out of
they
here.
don't care. They'll just keep walking.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
People are awful.
Yeah.
The worst is people who, I'll be out on my porch and they, on the cell phone, yeah, so I told Joey and Jim and blah, 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 and their dog just shits and they start walking away. And I'm like, whoa, bro.
Yeah.
Are you going to fucking clean that up? Oh, sorry. I don't have any bags. Then why the fuck did you leave the house to walk them if you didn't have bags? Do you have one? Yeah, I have a dog. I have a bunch of bags, and I would never take him out. In fact, the little fucking thing that looks like a bone is attached to the leash, so there's bags at all times. Like, people just don't give a fuck. Nobody gives a fuck about anybody else or anybody else's
Which is
space.
why we are coming to a boiling point.
Yeah. Last week, my daughter stepped in shit twice. I got mad at her, like, you got to watch where you're fucking walking. right in front of my house.
I was gonna say, in her defense, she was standing in your toilet.
She was standing next to our guest a few weeks ago.
There you go.
No, she did twice last week, and she was like laughing the second time. She's like, "What the fuck?" You know, haha. And I'm like, I'm annoyed because it's my house. Like, this is my home, my
I know
lawn.
it's outside, but you're shitting on my house.
This is my lawn. This is my property. Like, fucking clean it. I don't
you should
mind.
you should be able to go outside and lay there if
I
you
don't
want
mind.
to.
There's a big tree there. I get it. I get the dog's fascination with wanting to take a shit there. Clean it up.
All right.
You know? Oh, it fucking drives me fucking crazy.
It's tough.
The worst is when I'm walking down the sidewalk and I see somebody that left shit in a bag.
Yeah.
On
It
the
just
sidewalk.
dropped the
It's
bag.
like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
almost had it.
You went those lengths.
So this happened to me today. I was having coffee with a friend of mine, and I don't know if we should be upset or not. So we're sitting there, and there's a trash can right behind us. We're sitting outside, and a guy takes a dog shit bag and throws it in the trash can directly behind where I'm sitting. Should I be annoyed or should I not be annoyed?
That
I don't think maybe I shouldn't be.
That is a tricky situation because I agree. Like you're sitting there having coffee. There's the opportunity now for you to smell shit,
and we did.
Yeah. So on the one hand, I say, yeah, it's fucked up. Like, have some fucking consideration. But it's a trash can, you know. Like,
and
don't sit next to the trash can.
There wasn't another one around.
Yeah. So I kind of get it, but then again, it's in a bag. Just hold it and throw it away where there's no people.
Right.
You know, like on the little route when I walk my dog around the block, I know where there are trash cans
or whatever. Yeah.
In fact, I have trained him somewhat to shit before I hit that can so that I can throw it away. If the days where he's just not ready and he goes after that point, I hold it until I get home. Then I throw it in my garbage bin.
Right.
You know? I don't throw it in my garbage in my home.
Right.
You know, like I throw it outside. Yeah, it's rude. It's just fucking rude. And that's the one honest, like, yeah, I might act a little more angry than I get at times or whatever. And that's part of me and my personality. But the level of people just not thinking that taking anyone else into consideration is at like such an all-time high. In fact, on the way here, I grab a coffee and I grab a bottle of water. And this is a good thing. I'm exiting and there's a kid, 13, 14, a girl, 13, 14 years old. And she holds the door open.
Easy friend.
She holds the door open.
Hold me, Dan. Hold me.
She holds the door open for me. And she was like, can you go and hurry up? Because I'm going to have sex with my father. No,
you had me for a second. I'm like, whoa,
no,
dude, she led with this.
She holds the door open for me. I said,
Nice.
thank you. I drink. I have an espresso, so I down it really fast. And she goes to throw something away at the garbage can outside. She opens the thing. It's like one of those pull, handles. She opens it, and she sees me standing like right next to her. I down the thing, and she holds open the garbage for me.
This is a good
And
kid.
I looked at her, and I went, thank you so much. She smiled. She's like, you're welcome, and walked away. Especially for a kid nowadays.
That melts my heart.
Because most kids, too, they're just learning from their jerk-off parents at this point.
Just
So,
looking down all the time,
yeah,
bumping into people.
And they don't have any social skills whatsoever because of cell phones or whatever, and I get really annoyed. But I was like, when you're taken aback by just someone doing the simplest thing for you, it's a sad fucking world that we live in.
Good
I know
point.
the city we live in is particularly horrible. Just everybody's entitled, everybody's this. But it's getting to be to the point where, like, I fucking hate going out because of it. Like, because people are just so self-involved.
We're at falling down time.
Yeah. That's how I feel sometimes.
Yeah.
Good point.
It's such a good movie.
Oh yeah,
It really is.
Yep.
Just the vision of that car off to the side is what I always go. That's the go-to.
Oh yeah.
and this was used, man. The fucking pawn shop.
Oh yeah.
guy.
Oh, okay.
man.
What else we got here?
Hey guys, this is Keith from New Jersey. Can you guys help me make a decision?
Fuck his mother?
My 12-year-old son, who's a rock drummer
Needs a
and has been playing
blowjob.
for 6 years, goes to a school called School of Rock. This semester, they have the choice of choosing between two bands that they're going to play in. One being Led Zeppelin, the other being Black Sabbath. Which band should he choose to play with this semester? Let me know what you think and why. Thanks.
I see pros for both.
I think the
That's a
pro for
tough one.
Zeppelin is that John Bonham is widely considered the best rock drummer of all time.
Right.
Yeah.
Which would make you think, like, do that because he's the best, try to do that, but then at the same time, he's the best, don't try to do what he does because you're not going to be able to.
That's what I would say is Black Sabbath might be more fun for all the kids involved because
Bill Ward is a great drummer.
he's a great drummer.
More attainable.
Yeah, it's I think it's easier to cop that sound and play along timing wise and rhythmically with Black Sabbath.
So the kid's 12? Is that what he said?
Yeah, I mean, but if he's good, go for the Zeppelin. You know, if he's already at that phase where it's like, wow, this kid's got talent, and people are telling you your kid's really good at drums, or he gets compliments, then go for the Bonham. But
And those School of Rock kids are not hacks.
No,
We've
yeah,
seen
really
a
good.
lot of those kids play, and
Yeah.
they're pretty
our friend
great.
Carl used to
Yep.
teach there for a while.
Yep,
and,
I think he might still.
No, he does he's moved on. To
Oh, has he?
higher teaching credentials.
Ah, I got it.
Nice.
That guy's a
He's such a cool, nice guy, and he's so talented.
Carl Restivo.
Carl Restivo,
Good
yes.
dude.
Very good. Dude. He was Luca and Lowell's first guitar teacher. He used
Oh, I
to
didn't
come
know
to
that.
our house. Yeah, that's what got
that's
Luca
cool.
into the guitar.
That's cool.
Nice.
And Luca has a big prize waiting for him that he doesn't know about yet.
Oh, yeah. Two of them.
That's right. Two of them.
Nice.
Dan was nice enough. Dave, I don't know if you saw Frank, and I'm sure a bunch of people commented. For Christmas, Dave bought my son a plethora of pedals.
Oh, no, I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was cool.
A lot of the ones that Dave made his career on.
That's
you
right.
know, like
yeah.
Nice.
And they had a blast doing it, and they bonded, and Luca's happy, and he's been using them every day. And Dave donated his board that he used in the Chili Peppers
Oh, really?
and Jane's Addiction, and gave it, and he painted it artistically
Oh, nice.
for Luca. And Dan was really nice enough, which I'm going to get from him tonight, to set it all up.
Oh,
on the
wow.
board.
I built the
Nice.
board.
Yeah,
Oh,
Dan
really?
built the board. So
Sweet.
that kid has no idea how fucking spoiled
Oh,
he
that's
is.
going to blow his mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got
That's dope.
other prizes waiting for him because his birthday's coming up, but we'll get to that after he gets them.
I'm happy your wife would rather blow his mind than blow his dick.
Yeah.
You got a good
I
wife.
was
She's
waiting.
gonna,
I
well,
was waiting
for
for
Luca
it.
to get that, she had to blow Dave. That's
Fair
the
enough.
only thing. And he's like my kid, so it's a weird. There's parallels.
Would you rather your wife blow Dave or Luca?
Luca?
The good
Because
answer. Thank you.
I know Luca's clean.
And Luca won't hold it over your head for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh,
Dave would
dear.
remind you every single
I would rather
day.
blow Luca than have to blow
Oh,
Dave.
God. We're going to get
Oh,
canceled.
boy.
What else we got? Oh, this is a tough one. Frank, you can answer this.
All right.
Hi guys, I just wanted to ask how you handle all your awesomeness. Love you guys.
Yeah, Frank, how do you
Wow.
handle our awesomeness?
I try my best, man. It's a lot of work, but
I think handling our awesomeness, it's a kind of like it's a little bit every day. It's a day-to-day type thing. You know?
Yeah.
Take it one step at a time.
Have to.
Yep. It's like a huge dick. You got to take it slow.
Yeah. You gotta know what you're working with.
Do you want another Dave question? Well, you get a lot of Dave questions.
That's fine. I'm fine with that.
Okay, this one's interesting, and I would like to know. Todd, Frank, you read it.
All right. This one, right?
It's both.
Oh, okay. Do we start
Yes.
here?
Start on the left, like you're reading a fucking page.
Okay. There's
Well,
things.
it's not in Japanese.
Up and down like Chinese.
Read it left
or
to right, you
left to
fucking
right?
idiot.
All right. There's one thing about Todd's relationship with Dave sorry, let me turn this a little bit. That has weirded me out for a long time. Going back to the early days of Dark Matter or possibly Spread Radio Live, I remember it coming up that Todd was filming Dave having sex with women so much so that he could predict when Dave would finish. I remember a story of Todd's wife walking in on the two of them editing the footage or something to that effect. Haha. My question is, who the hell approached who to do this, and for what purpose? Was it as odd initially as I'm imagining it? Side note, I was telling my wife about this, and the best explanation I could come up with was that Todd was filming Dave doing anything for possible inclusion in Morning Sun. Thanks, guys. Peace and love.
Oh, like I was auditioning?
Right. Here's my reel. How did that happen?
That happened by, let me think. It was a long time ago. This is a period where Dave was single, a single successful guy.
Fuck yeah.
Rock star. We were going away a lot. It was like around, I think it was around the time, right around when Luca was born or before. So this is, we're going back a decade and a half or so. And we were making a lot of Vegas trips, and Dave would directed porn and stuff like that. So we were going to a lot of those conventions and stuff like that. So sex was around a lot.
Of course.
And I was always the guy that talked about my wife and showed pictures of my newborn baby. So I wasn't getting laid. I was married, and I'm not that kind of player in that way.
Not at all.
So there was I'm Dave's best friend. There was a lot of time. I'd seen him get laid in the same fucking room I'm sitting in many times. Let's put it that way.
Wait, what? He fucked here? No, okay.
And so that wasn't abnormal. Like
Right.
the act of it. And one time there was a person that he was with, and he was like, he called and said, "Hey, come up here, bring a camera." I was like, all right. This person consented and was someone that was used to doing it that way. Let's put it that way.
Right. Frank's mom.
Yeah, this wasn't like,
That's where she was at.
Yeah.
This wasn't a case of like, come on, please. Like, this is like the person does this for a living. And so, yeah, I just started shooting. And I'm no hack. I don't do things half-assed. So I shot it.
I was going to ask, like, are you treating it like any other project?
Treating it like any other
lighting angles.
Not lighting necessarily, but taking light into consideration that I have to work with. What kind of light I have to work with, and the angles, and I'm fucking sweating, moving around. And
were you directing or just letting them?
I was naturally letting them have their moments, but I was very conscious of how this was going to be edited and look as a film, a piece of art was the way I was treating it.
Nice.
And then we did it like a couple of times, like 3 times. And it got to the point, not just from the making of film like that, but it got to the point where I had seen it so many fucking times that I knew when he was really going to, and when he said, "Oh, I'm gonna blow it" or whatever, and I'm like, "No, he's not yet." And then I'd be like, "Now he's gonna," because if you really want to make the film properly, you got to know when your actor is going to have the big finale.
Right.
That's why they call it the money shot.
And I knew when the money shot was really coming, and all the falsities, the false alarms, I knew were just false alarms.
Is he the only other person in your life that you know that about?
Oh, yeah. I could safely say it.
I mean, your wife, of course, or girlfriend, as far as a guy.
In that way, yeah. I mean, I've had friendships with other guys, like, I know what their MO is, that kind of thing, but I lived a fucking full life before I ever got married. I did well in high school and college and all that kind of shit, and had a very successful single life with my buddies, type of thing. But, is it weird? And yes, it's true. That story is true that we were editing it. And I think we've played it on Dark Matter before, where just played the audio of it, and I scored it to the love theme of Breakfast Club.
Yes, which is a great tune.
Which, if you want to pull that up, so people have who don't know what we're talking about,
you can play a second of it.
And I put titles on it and like end credits, and
Nice.
we cut it, and I slow-moed things, and I really edited it like as if I was doing a real film.
Yeah.
And my wife walked in when we were editing, and she's like, "Hey, can you pick up the dry clean?" What the fuck are you guys doing? And we just started dying laughing. And I'm like, no, wait, look. And she's like, no, I don't want to look at that. This is what I scored.
Oh, my.
There's a few that I did, but the first one I scored to this.
This is when Molly Ringwald gives John Bender the earring, right?
Yeah. Well, it's in a few scenes, I think, yeah.
Ali Sheedy and Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Your hair, the way you...
It's called the Love Theme from Breakfast Club.
Maybe my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, so,
Yeah, I think Dave showed me a bit during before one Dark Matter episode.
Well, we showed it to Jess on the air. That was she
Was that
enjoyed it.
I'm gonna show it to TMZ.
There you go. There you go.
No.
Get that addition on your house.
Catching.
All right, what else we got
No,
here?
but there was a reason for that. You know, talking about that addition on my house, like, you know, sell it to TMZ, ha, we would never. It's under lock and key and vault.
Good.
You know, like it's off my premises, put it that way.
Yeah,
And
so if you're thinking about
robbing my house,
Todd's
you're not going to
computer,
find it.
it's not on his fucking laptop.
You're not going to
Good.
find it.
Yeah.
Anyway, it was, hey, when I'm like fucking 65, 70, if I make it to then, this is his train of thought, we'll release it then where I like look young and ripped. It'll give a whole new life of, so yeah, that was the...
Which actually could work.
Yeah, there was
I
thought.
think
There was thought behind this whole project.
Like if James Dean had made a X-rated porno when he was 30.
Yeah, and then it just came out this year.
Like, holy, have you seen the James Dean porno?
Yeah. No,
was
not
great.
the porn guy,
Oh,
James
man.
Dean. The
No, the
actual
real guy.
James Dean. Yeah.
The Paul Newman fuck film.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
There was Cloris Leachman, I think, was on Howard. She's old now. She was talking.
She's still alive?
Yeah, she's.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think she's still. Yeah. They were playing an old episode of her, and she talked about like fucking Paul Newman, like all the old Hollywood guard. It was awesome.
I love when people just talk about stuff like that. Like,
Especially
no,
once you're that age, like fuck
Yeah,
it.
what do you care?
They're
man?
all dead.
Yeah.
Gives a shit.
No lawsuits here.
Have you ever fucked anyone that died?
Like while it's happening?
No, not while it's happening, but
No.
like in the future. Like,
No one I've had sex with has died yet.
Yeah, that just happened to me recently.
Really?
Like a high school
Like
person?
two people,
Or
yeah, that I knew of that I had.
Two died?
Yeah.
Wow. So if you slept with Todd in high school, watch
Watch
out.
it back.
There's hundreds that didn't.
Oh,
so.
okay,
So
But,
were
no.
either one of them girlfriends?
I wouldn't say girlfriends, but that I was close with, and that it was
That's too bad.
yeah, and it's just a weird feeling actually.
I remember
that
the
was
first.
kinda
I remember the
thinking,
first
yeah.
time a girl I had sex with had a child. Obviously, many years later. That's a weird one. Or when they get married. But
Yeah,
having
when
the
they
kid
get
was
That
right
I
married.
had a ton of time.
Of course, but the death one.
Yeah, it's a weird thing.
How did they die?
One got sick, like
Embarrassment.
you know, one of embarrassment for fucking me.
Shame.
One was sick, had been fighting some kind of lymphoma for a while, and the other died in a car accident.
Oh.
Oh.
Were you in touch with both of them still, or ever, or just Facebook friends, or nothing? How'd you find out?
Facebook, yeah, I was Facebook friends, yeah.
Ah, that's weird.
That's
Yeah.
What about you,
tough.
Frank?
No, nothing like that. But I do agree. Yeah, when you find out they got married or had a child, you're like,
That never, that never bothered me.
really.
The
I don't
first
know, it
time,
just
the
feels
first
weird.
time, I was like, something I put my dick in had a baby come out of it, and it's not mine. That's weird.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, because usually I'm weirded out by things, but I don't know why. That never weirded me out.
Yeah.
It almost bummed me out. Like, fuck, there's no chance of getting back into that thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's that aspect to it as well, I suppose.
Huh. No,
Yeah,
never
no,
had
I'm
that.
getting to that age, you know, like
When people start,
I've had in the
Dropping
last
like
like 3 or 4 years, I've had a good count on both hands
Right.
of people that I grew up with that are gone.
Oh, I don't want that to
that's
start
a
happening.
bummer.
Just over Christmas, there was like 3 of them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to
over
start
that
coming.
Period.
You,
Yeah.
How old are you, Frank?
37.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's coming. I know it's coming. I know.
Dude, my birthday's coming up in like a month.
The 50?
Ugh. Yeah.
Man, so much for us getting a young audience.
Yeah, I know.
All the blue hair ladies are going to love this podcast.
I think the days of letting my mother blow me are gone.
Long gone.
Long over. Yep.
She doesn't want an old fuck like me.
You shriveled old dick. I'm 40 if she wants
terrible.
a young man.
Yeah.
All right.
See if I can hook it up.
Oh, boy.
We got another baseball question if you guys want to take a little nap.
All right.
This question's really for Dan only.
Dude, why are you yelling?
This question's really only for Dan only.
Let's try it again.
This question's really for Dan only.
Okay.
But what do you think about the whole Houston shit and Alex Cora getting fired and Beltran and I don't know, all the bullshit?
Didn't we
I thought
tackle
we-
this last
yeah.
week?
Sort of, but quickly I'll just say that anyone who is caught cheating to this level, I would like to see a lifetime ban in baseball. So even if it's Red Sox players, if it's my favorite players, if they're cheating, lifetime ban.
How
I don't
about
want
if
it.
people from your football team kill people? Your teams aren't having a good run lately.
That's true.
No.
They haven't for a
Cheaters
while.
and killers.
Murderers. For some reason, the murdering one is cooler.
Yeah, it is. It gives
Like,
a-
at least that guy has my
Yeah.
respect.
Yeah, it's some kind of notorious.
No, but if you're stealing signs,
Yeah.
like, get the fuck out of here. Here's a weird question. When you guys were at school, were there teachers that you bullied? Teachers that the whole school bullied? Possibly my favorite part of school, delicious memories of tearful teachers still make me smile even to this day. I'm a brat. I'd love to hear stories if anyone has any. Any other listeners even. This is a girl. This is a girl who did this. And no, I never took joy in hurting my teachers emotionally.
Right.
I bet you did.
Oh yeah.
Can you relate? Can you actually
I
relate
can
to
relate.
this?
I feel bad about it now, just as a human being and a fucking husband and father, and But yeah, I had many scrapes. I went through. I was like a good kid when I was a little kid. Like up until I went into junior high school, and then it all went to shit. And I was a problem, like in class. And I had many squabbles with many teachers. It almost came to blows a few times with teachers with me. It was parents getting called in and having to meet with mediators with the teacher. Like, it was bad for a while. So yes, I've had those. And then there was on the other hand, there were a handful of teachers that I loved that were shocked when they heard of my behavior outside of their class. There was this one time, I'll just tell this quick story. I'm in like 10th grade and I'm in high school. And they call both of my parents in, and all of my teachers are there, every single one of them, to basically fucking have a bitch session about me. And they basically, one teacher stands up and is like, he's fucking disrespectful and da-da-da and blah, blah, blah. And another teacher, he's a fucking wise ass and he does this and he's deterring other kids from getting an education, all that bullshit. And then some of the teachers are like 2 of them were like, can't tell you, never met him. He's never come to my class once.
Wow.
And my mother starts crying, like that.
Never met him.
Never seen him. Never been to my class once. I just decided I'm never going to that class. I just cut every, go to the Bronx Zoo and take acid.
Perfect.
And then there was this one guy, Mr. Fuller, the coolest motherfucker ever. Black guy sung in a doo-wop band, like, as his side gig, and, like, I could just tell he smoked weed back in the day, wore sunglasses, drove a Grand National, like a...
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, he's fucking coolest guy ever. He's my health teacher. I would stay after class and have conversations with him about life and my girlfriend, like, he was the fucking coolest. The whole time he's sitting there going, shaking his head like, man. Every teacher's saying something bad. Man. And he happens to go last. And he's like, well, I got to say, he's a A+ student. All his work is handed on time. Goes extra mile on projects. Helps other kids in my class. Stays after and converses with me about lessons. He's like, I don't recognize the other kid that you're talking about. I'm floored. And I feel bad because he doesn't know all this about me. You know?
Of course.
And I feel bad. And he's like, and that just makes my mother break down because I have the ability to be that guy.
You can do right.
When I want to.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell this part. I was going to say, I don't want to say this on the radio, but so this other teacher, now they're all discussing and what to do and blah, blah, blah. I'm just sitting there. My father's there. He's just seething. And just looking at me like, you fucking piece of shit. And I'm looking back at him like, yeah, you fucking piece of shit. This is bad parenting.
Fuck you too, Dad.
Yeah. And
I didn't raise myself.
Yeah, one teacher says, this guy, Mr. Foreman, he's such a dick. He wore a toupee. I fucking hated this guy. And he's like, you have a chip on your shoulder like you're the best or something like to that. I was like, it's not a chip on my shoulder. I am the best or something like that. My father turned around and fucking smacked the shit out of me so hard right across the face in front of all of my teachers and everything.
Oh,
so
boy.
I got up and ran out. There was kids
humiliated.
Yeah. And the guy who was the principal at the time had gone to school with my father. So he knew him by first name. And he's like, hey, Bob, you can't do this here, you know. My father's chasing me to beat the shit out of me. So I run out and got some sympathy from some girls that knew I was in the office getting reamed or whatever, and just left the school premises and did whatever with them.
Oh, boy.
But yes, I've made teachers cry. I've made teachers so mad that they lunged at me. I had one teacher there was when I was in junior high school, I played the drums in the band.
Uh-huh.
And because I played the drums when I was a kid, I had a drum set and stuff. But they weren't a sit-down set. They wanted you to play a timpani, boom, boom, or play a fucking bass drum, or there was a big bass drum. And all the kids were before class started, and I'm just going bam, bam, bam on the thing. And so he's like, quiet. The guy walks in. He was such a dick. He's like, quiet, quiet. Everything starts dying down. And it was the Dark Matter song that we play, the Space Odyssey.
Oh, yeah.
It was everybody sucked. Yeah. And he's like, quiet, quiet. And he gets quiet. And I would go, bam, and hit the fucking drum. And
you're that kid.
So, yeah.
Look at me, everybody. I don't give a shit.
So, I don't remember what was happening or what I did, but I wouldn't stop. And he had one of those chalk holders. I guess they all use smart boards now, the kids.
Yeah.
They had a huge piece of chalk with a chalk holder in it. And he turned around and he fucking just wham threw it straight at my head. And I duck. And threw it so hard that it made a hole in the bass drum, which those skins are not easy to break.
No.
He busted it open. And he's like, get out of my fucking class. So I'm laughing. I'm laughing. Everybody's horrified.
Which made him a million times angrier.
Oh, yeah. His face. I remember his face to this day. It was all
still
red. Yeah. Probably died after
got buried beer red.
Yeah, but you know what? He threw that fucking chalk, and he was not around a week later.
Oh,
lost his job.
Yeah. Yeah,
and you took pride in that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
But yes, so yes, I had that kind of stuff go on. I can relate. I don't revel in it. I certainly don't. I was fucked up back then. I had issues, but
I was always class clown, and I know I'm a funny dude, but I was very funny in school too, and I would make teachers laugh. I annoyed them. They didn't like that I disrupted class. But I never made jokes at their expense.
Yeah, that's all I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
But some of them I was cool to.
Sure.
And, other ones I was cool to. But
the ones that earned you respect.
That's right. But yeah, it was fucking bad. Had to go to summer school, had to go to night school, all that to finish high
Love
school.
that you got a motherfucker fired because you were an asshole.
Yeah, because I was.
He didn't keep his cool.
Yeah, he couldn't. Yeah, you're not cut out for this job, are you, buddy?
Later, Mr.
Pretty
Whatever the fucking Foreman. Is that his name?
No, that was a different guy.
All right. All right. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, let's wrap it up.
We may have a guest next week.
Yes, I'm hoping
Possibly.
to. Yes, we were hoping to. I've been trying to get her in for a little bit. She's just been crazy with stuff, but she's excited to come in. So
Cool.
Hillary Rodham Clinton.
That's
About time.
Frank.
Yes, sir.
You're up.
I'm up.
Yep.
Yes, please go follow Rare Form Radio on Twitter, Instagram, and if you're on Instagram, ask Todd for some stories. Right? We want Todd stories.
Tell him you want to see his mug.
Yeah, especially.
I'll put the mug up every time.
But I was going to
different
say,
mug.
that is definitely your humor, and I wouldn't expect anything less. At Rareform Radio on Twitter, Instagram. Go subscribe on iTunes. Search Rareform Radio. Give us a 5-star review, and all that good stuff. And what was the thing last week that if they leave a 5-star review, we're gonna do?
We're gonna give a shout out, say your name, whatever the fuck you want to do.
We probably won't, but just do it anyways. You never know.
We have been filming the last 3 weeks,
right?
And we're very lazy about getting YouTube set up, but we're trying to get the stuff out to you. We have so many plans and no follow through. So stay patient. We'll do our best at some point.
We're getting it. We're getting it.
We're probably going to dump 4 videos at a time. You guys keep asking for T-shirts. Eventually. We literally could have T-shirts available tonight.
Tonight. That's right.
But we're not going to, so fuck you. Thank you, Todd Newman.
Yeah,
thanks, Dan.
Todd.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you,
Dan. We'll see you next week.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.